Hello, everybody. You know me. Okay, no, you don't, but you know who I am. I'm Isa J, and alongside me,
Is your Smarky Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion of Picking Things, Leon Landry.
yes, and obviously we are in a location where another one is usually here.
But it's going to be a little delay. He's going to be here. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
he's just a little bit late. That's all.
All you DJ fans.
Why is it that loud?
Don't know. That is quite loud.
Where the?
Smarky Wrestling Alliance World.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
That's better.
Sorry about that. If you hear us do our intro twice. All right. We're gonna go.
It was just that good.
Yes.
I'll let you.
So
wanna
yeah,
start?
yeah. So how was your couple weeks? I know last week you weren't able to make it, and then 2 weeks ago I wasn't able to make it. So we're back together again finally.
I had some rough times with some moves going down. And just trying to get back on track with everything. How about you?
Yeah, just working a lot. My manager just likes to give me all the hours and more than I actually need there. But finally being able to catch up on a lot of the shows that I've been watching, and also able to finally start writing again. So hopefully we have a lot of good stuff coming on this channel and other channels really soon. I also caught up with the MCU, which was great. Just a lot of catching up with things. That's basically all. But yeah.
I know a lot about the concepts of catching up with things like that, and also the concept of just not doing that.
Yeah, I think last week when I had the day off, I spent it in New Orleans working on a movie or on in the film industry, so I didn't actually have a day off, and I was just dead tired. But yeah, other than that, just same old, same old. About to start doing my Anna Mondays again on my other channel, and I'm gonna do it to where it's a live stream Anna Monday review, so that way I don't have to worry about editing just yet. I want my own space and a desktop computer, so that way I can start editing properly, because that's easier that way. But yeah, getting ready to do that again. I'm excited about that. My cousin spent like 2 weeks with us, so now she's going back home, and I'm like, yes, so I can actually have space and quiet to do these things. But yeah, I'm excited about that, and then hopefully
Relative for you.
yeah, and then I'm hoping to not only do like the Anna Monday live stream review on my other channel, but also do one with you soon. It's going to be the Geeky Bare Bones Skeleton Production Podcast. See what I did there?
Yes, I saw. It's very obvious.
It took me 2 weeks to come up with that name.
Yep, anyways, yeah, that hopefully comes around after, as I start to do more moving and stuff.
Yeah.
Getting the internets.
Luckily for you, I already have the first 5 episodes mapped out, so that way all you have to do is just easily jump into it. But until you're ready, you gotta let me know.
But we can get right into our first segment. What segment is that?
The segment that we start off the show with every single week is our news outside of the WWE. And which one did you want to start? Let's go with the bad news first. Let's get the bad news out of the way.
That bad news bears out of there.
Yeah, it's at Evolve 124, which is I'm pretty sure, UK promotion or an English promotion. They had a big match with Josh Briggs and AR Fox. I unfortunately don't know these two guys all that well, The bad news about this match was Josh Briggs.
Is it UK?
I think
isn't that the one where the Street Profits were tag team champions and they also
I believe so. Yeah.
That's why I think it's an American one. Huh?
No, it might be an American one. I'll figure it out.
It'd be a lot less complicated than them sending. Especially, why would they send NXT guys when they can send NXT UK guys?
Very true.
Anyways, you get back to
Josh Briggs unfortunately dislocated his hip, and he tweeted out, "Dislocated hip, 2 to 3 months recovery time, long, miserable, painful road ahead of me. You can't begin to understand how strong I'm coming back." And we really hope for a speedy recovery and that his tweet is 100% true and he comes back even stronger than before. Mm-hmm. It sucks to hear about injuries, and we have another big injury coming up in our other category segment, whatever the crud. But yeah, it's it sucks. I haven't seen any of his matches, but now that seeing this, I kind of want to go out of my way just to see what he's about and give him some support. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Have you heard of any of his stuff yet?
I feel like I heard the name before.
Okay.
There's so many people, but the name does sound familiar.
Yeah, we'll try to watch something from Evolve eventually. All right, the next one.
How about next we get into some New Japan talk. With the New Japan Cup going on right now. We have our quarterfinals. We have, and this is the matches as they're said. You have Ishii versus Yoshihashi, Ospreay versus Okada, Tanahashi versus Zack Sabre Jr., and Sonata versus Colt Cabana.
A lot of big upsets in this one here. Everyone thought it was between Naito and
Kota
Ibushi, and
Kota Ibushi was
took out
by Zack Sabre Jr.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kota Ibushi took out Naito, and then Kota Ibushi loses the next round, which is huge. Totally wrecked everyone's brackets that they were doing. Mm-hmm. I mean, what else? Colt Cabana getting into the quarterfinals. That's pretty big too. Mm-hmm. Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah,
and
beat Yano to get there. Similar comedy wrestling stylings, so that's probably a funny matchup there.
Yeah, I kind of want to go back and watch that one. Mm-hmm. And then who else was there? Tanahashi continue on his strong run, which is pretty cool. And what were the other ones?
So, Ishii, Yoshihashi.
Yeah, everyone.
Okada.
There was a rumor that Ishii was getting into the finals. Maybe they'll be giving Ishii another shot at the gold against Jay White. We'll see.
I can see Ishii defeating Yoshihashi. That should be an easier pick than some of these other ones. I can also see Sonata versus Overcalled as easy pick, and Ishii versus over Yoshihashi is an easy pick.
Sonata
Ospreay versus Okada.
LIJ, right?
Yeah, one half of the tag team with Evil and Sonata.
Mm-hmm.
The one other matches a lot harder to pick Ospreay versus Okada and Tanahashi versus Zack Sabre Jr. I can see Tanahashi going over Zack. Zack won it last year.
Yeah.
The Cup, so I don't see him doing a repeat victory. He doesn't. I don't think he needs it. It should be a great match though because of Tanahashi's selling abilities.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing. Cause I don't know exactly where the bracket is because I haven't actually seen the full brackets and the road to the finals. But I think Zack Sabre Jr. versus Colt Cabana, I think would be a really good match. The no nonsense versus the big time comedy guy. Or Sonata versus Zack Sabre Jr.
They had a great match in last year's G1.
Which one?
Sonata and Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to see them go at it again then. Mm-hmm. And then
It was
The
a
other
really
side.
good. It was a really good grounded technical matchup from the two. Great style there.
Ishii is
Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro Ishii.
wait, Ishii, Osprey, and Okada are all Chaos,
And Yoshihashi.
and Yoshi. So those four are all
Yeah.
Chaos. That's an interesting dynamic there.
Uh-huh.
That all the Chaos members are against each other. So yeah, I'm thinking that it'll be really cool to see exactly how it's going to go down. Like you said, Ishii seems like a pretty easy lock for win, but this year has been a lot of upsets and surprises.
I feel like it could be with
Osprey?
Osprey's year, yeah.
Yeah,
To at least get far into the finals, maybe. I don't know if it's going to necessarily be Tanahashi, because it would be Tanahashi. I think Tanahashi may get to the finals, lose to Osprey, just because Tanahashi's just coming off the championship,
yeah.
and they may want to, if they look at Osprey as next big thing. It's
I mean,
not
it could
necessarily
be-
sure, but I think
He's
Osprey's
still the
at least
never
gonna do
open weight
well.
champion.
I believe he is still. So I think he's still at least going to have a match, maybe beating Okada. That would be a big selling point for him in the future.
Yeah,
And maybe he can lose to Ishii and or lose to Tanahashi. I'm not sure if he's going to win this, but I feel he's going to do pretty well going forward in there.
yeah. I think the semifinals, when they get to it, when do the quarterfinals start? Do they start tonight or something?
I'm not sure when they start. I need to look it up.
Yeah, we're going to look that up soon. But yeah, I'm interested to see exactly the rest of the card here, and how the rest of the tournament and how it plays out. Because New Japan loves doing their tournaments, and they are really, really good at they're really, really good at doing different tournaments, different styles. Of course, G1 is round robin. This one is single elimination. Adds a lot of flavor. So I'm hoping to catch the rest of this this tournament. But continuing on with New Japan, and most of the guys that are still alive in this tournament, Zack Sabre Jr. and Will Ospreay have been announced for the New Japan Pro Wrestling Royal Quest at the Carver Box in London, England on August 31st. Depending on which day that is, we might be able to go live for it, especially if it's a Sunday, because it would be like a morning show for us instead of just a late night drag. So we'll check it out. Also already announced Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kazuchika Okada, and Tetsuya Naito, all big names. The only one not still in the tournament is Naito. He lost in round one. But yeah, so you have a great tournament, and then later at the tail end of summer, we have a really big England show. So a lot of good stuff happening for New Japan really soon, and of course in July, the G1. Is it G1 or is it the other one?
The G1 special.
G1 special.
Texas,
yeah, in Texas. So a lot of big stuff happening for New Japan in the next. And of course, in New York, they're going to be having New Japan versus
the G1 Supercard.
Yeah.
New Japan and ROH.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which should be really cool. We probably won't be able to go live for because of depending on which day it is, but we'll definitely keep an eye out for it.
Yeah. What was I thinking? Yeah. Well, it should be a Saturday. That Saturday. That's why they moved the. That's why. Well, that's why. No, the one at the Madison Square Garden.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they moved it to NXT to Friday.
Oh, crud. NXT is on Friday?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to have to get all 3 of those days taken off then.
Yeah, so...
For what?
And also for people wondering about going to these events, the I know before there was a show in America that they could not get visas for the Japanese wrestlers, but all that stuff is taken care of now. It was just because of the shutdown, so they will have Japanese wrestlers. I know I've seen people ask those questions on Twitter, so
that's good that the Japanese guys will be able to get there too.
Yeah. Anyways, you can go into our last segment. Well, last part of this segment. News from an OTT show, Over the Top Wrestling, from Ireland. I feel it's only appropriate since today is St. Paddy's Day.
Yeah.
Yes. But anyways, they had a show, and we had some major changes. We have a new world champion with Jordan Devlin defeating Walter for a very huge crowd reaction. We also had new tag team champions with British Strong Style defeating the former champions. I saw the name before, but now British Strong Style is the tag team champions, and it looks like it was Pete Dunne and Trent Seven holding the actual gold itself. And I believe that was actually like a loser leaves town match.
Oh boy!
So, the other ones had to leave that town. But anyways, yeah, so that's some major pickups. They also have one of their big shows, Scrapper Mania 5. It looks like it's going to be at Dublin Stadium on March 24th. So, yeah. So those are just major title changes from that show to cover, especially, and it can also help us lead into our next segment.
Yeah.
Because some of those are also WWE guys.
Yeah, so we're going to go into the news inside of the WWE and oh, well, he's finally back. He's finally here. It's DJ.
He's making his
run. Okay.
He made a run.
Good thing he stepped over that power cord there.
Yeah, it was about to get
real
bad.
You think you were going to laugh if I hit my face on the sofa?
We would have jumped out of the way because you'd have been going face first.
Pull on everything, including your tea.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so how's your week been, sir?
Yeah, how was it?
Not too bad.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I had to go to a plant show with my girlfriend, unfortunately.
A plant show?
Yeah, City Park had some kind of plant show at their greenhouse.
Was it like a plant off?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
I
mean, they bought enough plants to where they could have a wrestling match. Shit. They bought about 15 to 20 plants. Her family. So, not my type of thing, but it comes with the duties of being a boyfriend.
One plant leave.
What?
It's Thunder Potter.
But yeah, so let's jump into this very quick thing.
News inside WWE, like he said.
Yes, and unfortunately, there has been a death that has been associated with WWE for a long, long time. He was the manager for Kai and Tai, which I can't remember one guy's name, but Funaki was in that tag team. His name is Wally Yamaguchi, and apparently he was more than just a manager. He was also the liaison for Japanese wrestlers for WWE, like trying to get Japanese guys into the WWE, which is like a really big deal backstage.
Seems like a real tough job too, to try to sell it to Japanese people.
Oh yeah.
Please ignore what happens to Nakamura and all the other Japanese people.
So far, the only one who's been given the best push is the people down at NXT. But on main roster is still Asuka, and even that isn't the best.
Oh, I thought you were going to go to Lord Tensai.
He is not Japanese.
That's what they want you to think, though.
Yep. Well, because this is a death.
Just be glad that they don't have him. I don't know if you ever seen. It was like a Genghis Khan movie, but it had John Wayne play him. So they had
John Wayne play Genghis Khan.
Yeah, so they had like tape on his eyes to stretch him.
Oh my god!
So just be glad they didn't do that for Lord Tensai. But anyways, back to
because it was a death, we're gonna do a 5-second
moment of silence
for the honoring of Wally Yamaguchi. And like most of the wrestlers that are at a certain, or managers or people at a certain age, this was right before, he was right before I got into it. Because either way before or right before. And unfortunately, I do not have many memories of Kai and Tai. Love Funaki. And I remember him more than all the rest. But I didn't watch when they were at their most featured. So I missed the whole choppy pee pee moment. I missed that completely.
Which makes us have more respect for him.
Exactly.
But anyways, yes, we saddened to hear this, especially for his friends and family. Our thoughts and prayers are with them.
Yes, and let's just get all the bad news out of the way. A huge NXT injury. Someone who's about to make their... I think she was supposed to make her TV debut soon, but before she could, she had a massive injury. It's Chelsea Green. She is the girlfriend of Zack Ryder, and we got to Liam and I got to see her in that Fatal 4-Way match with her former Knockouts champion Tessa Blanchard. Rain, what's her first name? Madison Rain, and was it Britt Baker? I think it's Britt Baker. Like those four women in a really good match. And she unfortunately broke her wrist. She's really, really mad, and so
then while in surgeries, actually, Zack Ryder bought more toys, so I'm sure even more mad. You ever seen how much he spends on toys?
I have not seen how much he spends on toys.
It was something like I guess that the Access was something he went to like bought there, and he showed like the figure for it. It was like $1,000.
Oh my gosh!
And it's like it's ridiculous. It's like no wonder he has to stay in WWE.
Exactly. Wow, but yeah, we also wish her a speedy recovery. And it sucks because she was really, really good and she's really charismatic. She was called something else on the indies, and she did like the Undead Bride. Yeah.
I think it was more like Psycho Bride.
Wait, am I
Undead
going
Bride
crazy?
is too young, I believe. Yeah, Psycho Bride. And so, yeah, so we're really hoping.
Did you say something, DJ?
He said he bought something. I don't know what this is. Kelly Combo MOC. He bought something that's worth like $11,000.
Moon Belly Kamala for $11,000, but it's Kamala with the moon.
Yeah, I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah, we know. I know who Kamala is.
Because that's worth $11,000 if he was to sell it. Shit.
That's
ridiculous.
Yeah, that was like his tweet that he sends like her injury, me waiting here with eBay. It's like means me buying stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's something alright. But anyways,
let's get some good news up in here now.
Yes.
Luke Harper
is done.
Has come back to the house show circuit, so he has made his return.
He was injured,
WWE.
right?
Yes, he got injured as well. He's all recovered. He hasn't been on TV yet. However,
you definitely tell.
Yes. However,
his Twitter.
He is back. He is back, and that's really great.
Better than ever.
We're hoping for a singles push for him. Keep him out of the shadows.
I want him to be an eco warrior.
You want him in the same?
Yes, I don't want him to be.
You don't. Okay. Yeah. Neither do I. I want him to actually go on Raw, because Raw needs a guy like him.
I also want him to let him loose and be more athletic. Because on the indie circuit, he was more of a big guy. I've seen him do Hurricanrana before.
Yeah, have him go into a feud with Keith Lee on Raw. That would be great.
Oh, Keith Lee would have to move up.
Yeah, I think he'll move up after Mania, because they're not really doing much with him on.
Yeah, because that was my other thing, saying Keith Lee also has to win some matches. Poor guy.
Very much so. And even better news, Brie Bella of the Bella Twins. She has announced her retirement, and all the fans of wrestling rejoice. We won't have to see poor Liv Morgan get knocked out because of her recklessness, or Zelina Vega get kicked or kneed in the face way too stiffly.
I'll be more happy when Ronda Rousey retires. Not because Brie Bella wasn't a good wrestler. She wasn't. We saw that. You just said that. But Ronda Rousey's even worse. And it's just a shame that they let these women, or even men, because I'm not going to be sexist, that don't know how to wrestle, and then people get hurt because of it.
What did you think when you heard this news?
I thought the funny part was that it was technically on episode of Total Divas.
Mm-hmm.
So it technically happened a while ago. But
Yeah.
then it was filmed and it's like, maybe they even said it then, but I don't think anyone would have cared. Are they even close to actually being current wrestlers?
No.
I don't even know what they do. They just have their own reality show.
That's all they have. Really.
Yeah, and they're leaving Total Divas and just focusing on Total Bellas now.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying they were going to focus on actual acting, and it's like, I've seen them try.
Mm-hmm.
There's
no act. I know Nikki sent out a tweet.
I
when the
wish
episode
you
aired.
died in the womb.
No, that's not the tweet. But she ended up doing a tweet or a response to the episode after it aired, and she was like, "This shook me. I was surprised. We always talked that we would make this decision together and something." And I was just like, she's married with a child, trying to have a second baby. She was going to do that on her. It was never good at wrestling.
No.
You
Not really.
surpassed her, even though you are also not the best. Nikki, it was bound to happen.
Yeah.
Just be happy she's gone.
Just be happy that you want to start a family.
Also, a crazy idea that they wouldn't have known. It's like this was on your show.
I know. Maybe Brie really didn't tell her.
It's like when wrestlers are like surprised at stuff that was filmed in backstage segments.
Yeah.
And like a few weeks later they find out about it. It's like, what? And it's like, yeah, we all saw it. It was on the big screen there. You didn't see? You weren't watching the TV at an awkward angle to see that happen?
Let's keep on with the women here. Evolution 2 has not been announced. They have not set a date for it. They even haven't alluded to it being a real thing. The biggest and most watched pay-per-view of main roster, plus the biggest views or the biggest watch, whatever the crud, the biggest numbers for WWE was Evolution 2. They still haven't.
You mean Evolution 1?
That's right, Evolution 1. And they still haven't announced Evolution 2 yet. That is ridiculous. But here's why. The WWE is trying to get women.
They already passed.
Exactly. The WWE is trying to get women to wrestle a match in Saudi Arabia.
So what?
Even if the women are able to wrestle in Saudi Arabia,
I still think they should have their own.
They should have Evolution 2.
I think they should.
Because it was really good, and the ridiculousness that there was a quote from her name starts with an S. McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, saying that they were all surprised at the popularity of Evolution, and
why?
If you're surprised, do another one. It's going to be that big and popular.
But wait,
give these women the spotlight they have
earned.
Actually
built it too.
But exactly. you see what I don't like? Why are you surprised that something worked? If you think it's not going to work, then why do you even try it?
Because it has now been, that quote is exactly what everyone was thinking, that it was a way to distract the WWE universe from all the Saudi Arabia foolishness and be like, oh yeah, it's the first women's pay-per-view. Ha ha ha. Now we won't have to do it next year because we're going to try to get women in Saudi Arabia. And the fans do not like it. We want Evolution 2.
So what, but my thing is, when did she say that? That it was more popular than she thought?
Couple days ago, I believe. Around Tuesday.
Oh, a couple days ago? Okay. I thought she might have said that like last month.
It was either Sunday, Monday, or Friday when I watched.
You can't do it this year. You can't do it this year.
Yes, you can.
You still think you can?
Oh heck yeah! Do
October.
it. Put it back in October.
Well, you gotta start. You gotta start now and start selling tickets. They're already selling tickets for SummerSlam. They already got travel packages out for SummerSlam.
Yeah, this will be after SummerSlam.
No, I know, but I'm just saying if they want to start doing it either in April or May, they gotta.
I mean, they don't even have to have a real build because they had no build.
They had no build, and it was still good.
And it was still the biggest and best main roster pay-per-view of the entire year, and the biggest moneymaker and the biggest numbers watched. If that is not an indication of let's do it again, I don't know what is.
Right.
Maybe the fans screaming at WWE saying, give us Evolution 2? Some thoughts from you.
I would say they're probably Bill would like to do superhero movies where it's like every time there's a new female superhero movie, they play it off as like the first time ever.
Yeah, they did that with Wonder Woman and.
I mean, they technically did that with the Evolution 1 too.
Mm-hmm.
First ever all women's pay per view
for WWE.
What was the thing though? I would also say that they do end up having one in Saudi Arabia, and it's like we found a way to fit you in during the match, during the show. And it's like, when's that? Right during the prayer time.
No, but no, but wait. How long?
Oh no!
It's an empty arena match.
The thing that gets me is how long was Saudi Arabia?
Too long.
It was like 7 hours, right?
Yeah.
Why do we need to add a couple of women's matches?
And it was only 7 hours because 1 hour was dedicated to prayer, and everyone was just like, "Oh yeah, so let's talk about what's going to happen after this break, and then let's talk about what recently happened." And it was awkward, very, very awkward.
It was.
Think how many women's matches you can fit in that time.
Saudi Arabia was a boring pay-per-view.
One excellent Iron Woman match.
An actual 60-minute one too.
Exactly.
I never had a 60-minute woman Iron Man match.
We want it. I'm ready for for what's his face running the gauntlet this Tuesday. Kofi Kingston. That should be really cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be something I'll probably make a
But yeah, I say they're in a deal with Saudi Arabia that they can't get out of. Fine, whatever. We're still not gonna watch, probably. Give us Evolution 2 because that's more important than this foolishness with Saudi Arabia.
Yes. Do we have anything else?
Yes, two more big moments, but we can easily do quick thoughts on that. Harlem Heat has been inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. They are Stevie Ray and Booker T. Their tag team. We were not fans during their time, so we don't know much about. I know way more about Booker T than Stevie Ray,
right?
And I only started watching him around his King Booker days. So
Real Life Brothers there also gives the opportunity for Booker T to be in there twice.
Yes. Yeah. So this is the first year where we had a 2-time inductee happen on the same show, because the only other one is Ric Flair. So we have Booker T and Shawn Michaels being 2-time inductees this year. That's pretty big.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. I think most people remember his run as a singles competitor more than this other one, because his brother wasn't necessarily as good as he was.
Is China going in twice?
Nah, anytime
She's probably
soon.
not going to be in there by herself. There's other people from DX that will be in there twice, though.
China's going in there, though, by herself, huh? Or is she going in with DX?
She's going in with DX right
now.
now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so far it's just China, Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, X-Pac, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H,
Okay.
I think those are the only ones they've announced with DX though.
Okay, cool.
I'd be
China.
surprised if they put Rick Rude in there too.
Yeah.
One of their earlier members.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he should get in there either way into the Hall of Fame eventually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, to do a recap, it's also Honky Tonk Man and Tori Wilson in this year.
Awesome.
So.
Honky Tonk Man was a big surprise there, huh?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That was.
And then Tori Wilson was an even bigger one. Like Tori Wilson. What? Okay.
Most noted credit for Honky Tonk Man, besides the reign as Intercontinental Champion,
Mm-hmm.
I think would be the fact that he was also Dean Ambrose's teacher. I think that was one of as he taught Dean Ambrose to wrestle.
Okay. That's interesting, considering their styles and stuff.
Yeah.
They're vastly different. Yeah, what the crud? Press the button.
I mean, you definitely probably know Honky Tonk Man from all his shoot interviews.
I actually haven't
As he
watched
does a
any
lot
of them,
of
but he.
Well, I'm
yeah,
saying
he
like
does a
the
lot of
fans at
them.
home.
Yeah, yeah.
The current fan base will probably.
Oh yeah, totally. And then, but yeah, so
There's that.
it's really cool that Harlem Heat is getting in though together.
Mhm.
And next we have the location of WrestleMania. That is going to be in Tampa next year. It was
Yeah.
announced, I think 3 or 4 days ago, and yeah, that's really cool. A place pretty close to us, so it's possible if we get big enough, we can go to WrestleMania next year. So we're just gonna have to keep on trucking away. But I know that I would totally want to go to crud, the theme park out there.
Busch
Okay.
Gardens.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to go next year. I really am. We'll see what happens though. We'll see. And so what are your thoughts on Tampa hosting?
I guess good for them.
Mhm.
It's not an open stadium, huh?
Yep.
Another open WrestleMania.
Yep. It's an open. They're using Tampa Bay Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an open stadium.
Buccaneer Stadium.
Yeah, that's an open stadium. So that'll be pretty cool.
I should
next
say
time.
people shouldn't get their hopes up. I know after people were saying it with that thought pirate entrance, I'm sure they're probably going to take the pirate ship down.
Yeah.
So I don't think Kairi Sane's going to get a pirate entrance.
That would be amazing if she could though. Like she's just on the pirate ship. Oh, that would be adorable. Yeah, your thoughts on Tampa?
No, I mean it's great, but I just kind of wish.
They can't have it in New Orleans every other year.
No.
We talked about this, DJ.
No, I'm not going there, but I'm just saying, it's like you did Florida twice, you're doing this, you did New York. Go to like Virginia. Go to.
Well, they need to go to big venues.
Yeah, they
too.
want to go to a place where they're gonna get the
Florida, New York,
Cali.
Texas. They have California. They have the biggest population.
LA, both Louisiana and California, I guess.
I mean, New Orleans is a big thing because a lot of people will come to New Orleans.
Yeah, and with
Right.
the culture and stuff.
There-
like
And you
There's-
can walk everywhere too.
There's not necessarily enough people in New Orleans itself to warrant coming here for WrestleManias or
Really?
Super Bowls. I mean, we're not even close to the size of New York, Los Angeles, San Antonio,
That's true.
even Tampa or Atlanta. Really, we're not even near as big as those cities.
I don't know. I just
we
don't.
just we just have the culture that they don't.
Yeah,
I-
people actually want
right.
to come here on their own.
I guess the
or
thing
their
is-
friends.
Is they're only going to do 6 or 7 states, the big ones, and rotate those every year.
I mean, that's kind of like with the NCAA football. Anyway, their what do you call that? Their football championship game. It only happens in 5 states, and it rotates all the time.
NCAA football. Yeah, as of right now. Yeah.
And
right.
And the finals too.
Mhm.
The NBA, the NCAA basketball.
Finals, yeah, they're only in certain places because it's all
Yeah.
all about the
It's
money.
all about the money. I know wherever you can get the
And-
most money.
And the most people to spend the most money. And I mean, that's what capitalism is all about. Try to make
And
that.
I
I'm
guess
not sure
they.
a lot of people questioned. I thought it was silly to question about All In going to Chicago, but people questioned because they didn't think a lot of people would want to come into Chicago, but Chicago is a big enough city to support it on its own.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And then now they're going to Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Or-
which is enough of.
I mean,
Double
if they,
nothing.
I guess the
Exactly.
thing about the
People won't
Tampa
go there.
Stadium, I don't know how big it is, so I don't know exactly how much they'll get from it. But if they do take the power chip down, they could add more seats, I guess, or something.
And then they can also get a pretty big venue on the floor too.
Though you never know. They may take the pirate ship down. That may be their entrance area.
Right.
Mhm.
You might be right there.
Stage that area
Yeah.
and stuff.
So we'll have to just see what
Or
happens.
they could keep it up and have the entire show be pirate themed. And then we know Kyrie's gonna get screwed over.
Yeah.
And
He's going to come out with the only non-pirate entrance.
exactly.
It's like Yachtsman.
And our final
Kyrie
piece
saying.
What's final piece of news?
and our final piece of news is
About the Good
about
Brothers,
the
huh?
Good Brothers.
Yes.
Yes. And this is a really, really surprising bit of news. They have not re-signed their contracts.
Who's that? Who's the Good Brothers?
The club,
Oh, the Bullet
Luke
Club.
Gallows
Yeah.
and Carl
Nope.
Anderson.
They're not going
They
to.
have not signed a new contract yet.
No.
As well as, AJ Styles. He has also not signed a new
Wait,
contract
so you're
yet.
saying and they end after WrestleMania, right?
Only Dean's ends after WrestleMania. I think theirs ends later this year.
Okay.
But, or I think a little bit later after WrestleMania.
Okay, cool.
But that is huge.
That is huge news.
That especially if the club do not sign. Obviously, speculations of AEW is in talks, and you are watching Double or Nothing with us. You can't say no.
No,
Sorry.
if I don't have anything to do, yeah.
You will not have anything to do. We have already planned this for you. Sorry,
No.
not sorry. But yeah, your thoughts on the Good Brothers not signing?
I agree with it.
I mean,
No, I'll let Liam go first. Sorry.
yeah, maybe they did. It just wasn't televised like everything else with the Good Brothers. Dude.
Right, and that's why I agree with them not resigning. WWE is like their piece of crap. I can't say another word I want to use, but piece of crap. And I don't blame them for wanting to go to AEW. That's
Well,
why
we don't know if they're going.
Well,
there.
we don't know where they're going, but that's why a lot of
We know
people are leaving
all their
WWE.
friends are there.
That's why a lot of people in WWE are leaving because they're not being used correctly. And I don't blame them. I mean, I feel sorry for all these NXT stars coming up. Because eventually they're going to leave and go to other promotions. Watch, at least half of them that move up now will leave WWE. Because they're not being used properly.
Yeah, it's just very interesting. It's an interesting piece of news that came out. That is it them not signing or is it them trying to get a better deal? But I could also see them going to AEW or going back to New Japan because they have connections there. They have friends there. It's interesting. If they don't sign, where do you want to see them end up?
I guess they could have a place in AEW or back in New Japan.
Mm-hmm. I would like to see that too. And that's all the news inside WWE.
Alright, next segment is...
It is our greatest segment, our most fun segment, the best segment of the week. It's where we all pick our favorite match or segment of the week and we talk about it. That's basically all it is, and we just talk about it. And mine, I'll go first. I watched Fastlane. Everyone who watched Fastlane know exactly what I'm going to pick. I know.
Except for Isa.
Oh, I know what I'm
okay.
gonna pick. I was gonna try to, because you weren't able to see it this week. I was gonna try to make it to where you
Who's watching?
saw like the notes and all that, and you pick something for me that's obviously not the case, aka the Women's Tag Team Championship match, which was probably the worst match on the night. It was the Fatal 4-Way for the United States Championship. Your champion, Samoa Joe, versus Andrade Cien Almas, Rey Mysterio, and R-Truth.
Wow. Surprised
with Zelina Vega and Carmella ringside. I went through 3 different matches to pick which one was my favorite, and this one stood out. It was only 13 minutes, but they got in so much stuff. It was so fast-paced because whenever 2 people were in the ring, another guy would come in, and it had a great flow. I would highly recommend you catching it whenever you're able to. I really, really liked it. And Samoa Joe chokes out Rey Mysterio with the Coquina Clutch to get the victory to retain his championship. So it looks like it's going to be another Fatal 4-Way match at Mania between these guys, which is completely okay, 100% cool. But in order to change it up, I would like to see it be like a mini gauntlet between the two, or an elimination match. I think that would be really cool. Give it an extra flavor, extra bit of mwah. That was my favorite this week. What yours?
I guess I'll go. Mine was the Shield reuniting one last time, just because of the Roman Reigns thing with the leukemia, him fighting with his brothers again. I do think Dean's staying just because of this factor. But there is another dynamic that he might not stay because of his.
He doesn't like the hokey stuff.
Well, not that. Just as they might be getting away from what's her name? I can't think of it all the time.
Renee Young.
Huh? Renee Young, yeah, off that announce table. So, I know Roman Reigns can do everything he can to keep him there, but I doubt it. But it was great seeing him fight one last time. I did get to catch that match. But the Shield was I just wish they would have done more with the Shield. It was, I don't know. I'm just going to miss seeing the Shield now. I guess if they really are gone. I don't believe that they're really gone yet. I think it's just a story thing. But you might see something happen at WrestleMania that's unexpected with the Shield. Because I don't even think Roman Reigns fighting anybody yet, is he?
Not yet.
Right.
There's no match set for him yet.
Yeah, so I think something's going to happen with the Shield at WrestleMania. I don't know what, but we'll have to wait and see.
And yours, good sir.
I wasn't able to really watch anything from moving and stuff this week. I still don't really have internet up and everything, so I can't really help with that.
So we'll just say from your point of view,
Women's tag team match.
Yes, Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan, and Mustafa Ali in the triple threat match for the WWE Championship. Yeah. And that was a really good match. I know those are the only 2 you really need to see.
Sounds like a really great show there.
Okay. The women's matches were not good, and the stupid squash match that the Bar versus Kofi Kingston that they added was stupid too. But Shield match was fun. It was like a big pole thing. It was fun. Those 2 matches were good, and the opening match was fun too, especially when Shane lost with Miz after Miz tried to do the frog splash. A really good frog splash, by the way. Just as good as Leo Rush's, surprisingly.
Oh, wow.
And then Shane turning on him.
That was cool.
But
I saw that on
Twitter.
That was awesome.
And then there was another match in between there. That was also pretty good. But even though it has really good matches, those are the only 2 where it was just,
wow.
Yes, these are matches. In my opinion, of course.
Cool.
And usually we share likes and dislikes when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah. Next segment?
Yeah, it is usually our rant. But again, we have to just reiterate for everybody, especially the new guys, we want to be a little bit more positive in 2019. So until WrestleMania, which is only a month away, guys, holy maybe even less than a month away.
What? Yep. No, it's a month. It's about a month.
Yeah, the people who
Less than a month. You're right. 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
would be the WWE creative team.
Hey, WWE creative. Yes. You know WrestleMania is a month away, right? Wait, what? Yeah, it's almost like 3 weeks away.
3 weeks away, yeah.
We thought we had more time.
We thought it was 6 weeks away. Why
we thought
did
Vince
we have
McMahon was going to rewrite it the day before.
But my good, hey, that's still a possibility.
Yeah.
Hey, how about this? What do you want to see happen at WrestleMania?
Well, we'll get to. Hey, we can talk about that if that's what we want to choose, but that's not where I'm going.
What I want to go with, I'll go first.
Okay. Before you go, yeah, we want to be a little bit more positive in 2019, so we will present what we want to see happen in WWE up until WrestleMania. So go.
I guess what I want to see is I don't really know. I mean, you only have 3 weeks, and that's very hard to do storylines. I could go the positive route. Yeah, great. I'm gonna go the positive route, but it's not
good because that's what the segment is now.
And it's not gonna mean crap because it's not gonna be positive. I hate to say it. How many matches do we have? Wait. Just hear me out. Hear me out.
You're not doing the segment right.
Just hear me out. Hear me out. What I want to see is we only have 4 matches set for WrestleMania.
More or less, that's Stone.
Yeah, you got the Triple H match. You got the triple threat for the Ronda's title. That's all I know about off the top of my head. Seth and Brock. That's 3. That's about it.
And the Cruiserweight match.
Okay, so 4 matches. You still have the SmackDown title. I would like to see what they do with the other storyline for the other titles. I really think it'll be positive just because even with Fastlane being a pay-per-view, I don't want to see. You don't need it because it would just make WrestleMania that much better with longer storylines. Fastlane, if I would have watched it just from hearing what you said, Isa, probably would have gotten a B. I said a C when we did our little video. Mm-hmm. I probably would have bumped it up to a B.
Probably a B+.
Because you had 2 or 3 good matches in there when I thought there would be maybe 1 good match.
And they had some good flavor.
So I do think in this short amount of time, WWE could possibly... They could. They've done it before with the pay-per-views this year and storylines. Make the storylines really good. The Shane McMahon match you have too.
Yeah, that's the other one.
And Triple H is going to address the title for NXT at this Wednesday on NXT, so we'll see what happens there.
Did you say Triple H and Batista?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that too, the no-holds-barred match. So you do have a few matches, but it's like, why do we wait this long? I mean, the championships should already be decided. Yeah, we have an idea it might be Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan again. But that storyline hasn't even started. You got 3 weeks. Come on.
Well, it has started. It started at Elimination Chamber.
Oh, and then he had to go through the gauntlet, right? He's got to go through a gauntlet this Tuesday and win that to earn his shot. So yeah, the storyline is going, but it's. I just don't like WWE waiting this long. I mean, I do have positive thoughts that they will make it good. It's just my thing is, why do you wait this long, WWE? I don't know. I just hope in the future that we could maybe get rid of this pay-per-view and because you don't need it. But I don't know.
Your wants and desires.
I don't know. I want to see, for one thing, I want to see the no-holds bar match. The stipulation being whoever loses has to star in the remake of No Holds Bar.
Why? Why a remake?
I mean, you can't star in the original one.
Mm-hmm.
That was Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
We can get Terry Crews to be the Zeus.
Oh, jeez.
But I just want to see a good pay-per-view coming in WrestleMania,
Yeah.
It is some good storylines to get interested and some good setup matches, and I just want them to not be too long. That's my wants.
That's not.
How long is WrestleMania supposed to be anyway?
We don't know yet.
That's a more
Probably
general
7.
thing too of reasonable timed pay-per-views as well.
Right, I agree with that. And they've done a pretty good job with that so far. When did Fastlane
Did Fastlane go over?
Did they go past 10?
I don't know. I started it late.
Oh, okay.
It was like 11:30 by the time I finished.
Oh, okay. You started late. Okay.
Because I was watching the 100 with my girlfriend.
Okay, yeah, that's right. What's your Ethan?
What I want to see this year that is 100% positive in 2019 is Evolution 2.
I agree with that.
I usually always end up saying something about the women, and this year I had something really good for the men. But after this whole news with Saudi Arabia and Evolution 2 might not be able to happen.
Evolution 2 Men Edition.
Screw that. No. Don't give him ideas. Don't give him ideas, Liam. But dang it, I want to see all the women get their own pay-per-view again. It could have been a ridiculous hokey failure, but Triple H took the reins and made it something great. It was our runner-up for the best pay-per-view of the year for our Smarkies awards show. If we didn't include NXT, it would have been the best. So what I'm saying is that bollocks, give them their second pay-per-view, because do not make the women just this sideshow. Oh, look at the women, they can wrestle now. No, you give them the respect and opportunities they have earned, because they work their butts off for the company and to be featured in this light that they're in. Get rid of the Rondas. If she's not going to put the time in to make sure her moves don't injure people. Get rid of the models that are just there for eye candy. Give the wrestlers the spotlight they have earned. Evolution 2, that's what I want.
What?
Evolution 2, that's what I want.
Okay.
That was that segment.
Yeah.
That's probably our fastest segment, other than the one before it. Those are the two fastest ones.
Fastest segment of the week now to the next one.
It is. It's a very fun one, where our imaginations can run wild.
Okay.
Book it yourself, or we take something wrestling related and then we book it ourselves. Yeah.
Have our imaginations run wild all over you, brother. Yeah.
So there's one thing that hasn't been booked that WWE really needs to get on it, so we're gonna book it before them.
Kurt Angle?
No, WrestleMania. The entirety of WrestleMania. They have 4 matches confirmed and 1 match confirmed that hasn't even given Buddy Murphy his opponent yet, because they're still doing the tournament.
That's a pretty funny point you mentioned Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle does say WrestleMania 35.
Oh yeah, he has a match too.
1 month away. Who do you think I should face? And Ken Shamrock's tweet at him saying ankle lock versus ankle lock. Ken Shamrock is wrestling again. He saw back wrestling in 2018.
But yeah, all the matches that don't have if there's a match already involved, like the cruiserweights or his retirement match, we're gonna book those matches, and the matches that are already there, we're just gonna leave it alone. That's
Can I say
fine.
something?
But we're gonna book WrestleMania 35.
Can I say something?
Uh-huh.
Forbes wrote this 3 days ago, okay? Where am I? I lost where I was. Yeah, 2 days ago, Forbes wrote this. It threatens to be the longest pay-per-view ever with 17 potential matches. Granted, like you said, we only have 4 or 5, right?
There's only 4 confirmed and 2 the 6 confirmed.
After
4
WrestleMania,
have their competitors. 2 do not.
WrestleMania 32 was 286 minutes. 33 was 305 and 34 was 314. So I mean, this with WrestleMania always replaying right after WrestleMania is finished. WrestleMania can always go as long as it wants. It's slotted right now to end at 12 a.m. Eastern time, which is 7 hours. 5-hour pay-per-view with a 2-hour, and to me that's long enough. But let me ask this question before we go into the thing. How many matches do you think should be on the card? All the titles should be defended.
At least 26, I would assume.
How many all the titles should be
defended? Sarcasm speaks volumes, sir.
Okay. Let's go into this.
We only...
How many matches do you think you need?
Only 7.
All the titles? Only 7 matches?
Yeah.
And that's all the titles, right?
Only 7 and the 2 battle royales on the pre-show. That's it. That's all you need.
And 7's all the titles, right?
That wouldn't cover all the titles.
Okay, 8.
2 men's championships, 2 men's mid-card championships, 2 women's championships, and then 3 tag team championships.
1, 2.
So that's 9. They're gonna have a women's tag teams. That's still
10. They got 10.
There's 10 champions.
They got the
Cruiserweight as well, right?
Universal.
Yeah.
Raw Women's.
Uh-huh.
The Cruiserweight.
I didn't cut the Cruiserweight.
The WWE Championship match. SmackDown Women's Championship match. The Raw and Tag Team. Raw Championship match. The Raw Tag Team Championship match. The Women's Tag Team Championship match. The SmackDown Tag Championship match. United States Intercontinental. Another singles match. 2 battle royales. 2 more singles matches. The No Holds Barred. And then the Kurt Angle farewell match. That right there is 17 matches that could be on the card. That Forbes.com put on there.
Yeah, I can get every championship. I think the women's tag team is the only tag team that's going to be defended.
You think so?
No, Raw Women's definitely getting defended.
Raw Women's definitely getting defended as well.
Yeah, it's a triple threat match, remember?
No, I don't.
No. Tag team.
I don't keep up with that.
The tag team match.
That's right. You're Mr. Outside.
No, he's talking about you're talking about the tag team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about tag team, dude.
Yeah, so we're talking about the same thing.
That was you were saying you don't.
So the Raw tag team is going to be defended. It's already a match set.
That's the only tag team match that's going to be.
Oh. My brain was going to the.
Yeah, I didn't want y'all to talk about 2 different things.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the women's stuff.
The women.
Yeah,
he thought you were talking about the women's title.
The Raw men's tag team has been forgotten by everyone, so it's very unlikely they'll be.
Oh yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
the women's tag team is the only tag team title going to be defended.
SmackDown's will be because they are teasing the Usos versus the Hardys.
So right now it's at least being teased, so
yes.
it probably will happen.
Okay, so
but
all right,
maybe those 2. I don't know about SmackDown women's title. That they don't really have an opponent for Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have an opponent for Asuka. What about Kurt Angle?
I think it's going to be a triple threat match.
Against
Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, and Asuka.
Oh, cool.
Because they're breaking up Fire and Desire now. Which is stupid because you'd think they would be the front runners for the Women's Tag Team Championship. But they're not. Frustrating. Anyways.
That makes too much sense.
Now confirmed. Now the confirmed matches.
So.
The confirmed matches are AJ Styles versus Randy Orton in a singles match. Shane and Miz, Kurt Angle, and to be determined.
That one hasn't been confirmed yet.
What? As of 3 days ago, Forbes has confirmed it. Triple H versus Batista. Cedric Alexander or Tony Nese versus Buddy Murphy.
No, it's gonna be Cedric.
The women's championship match.
Should be Tony, but it's gonna
be Cedric. And then the Universal title. That's all confirmed as of 3 days ago. But they got a few rumored matches, which is all these championship matches that, like y'all said, you're not gonna get every championship on there.
How about Kurt Angle's final match?
Who?
On the pre-show?
Sure, you put on a pre-show. It's also coming back from retirement. It's Taz. Taz came into the WWE beating Kurt Angle.
Oh my
he was
gosh.
there for the exit. It plays out exactly like the Royal Rumble where he makes it.
We just suplex. He taps out.
Suplex, put him in the Taz mission.
That'd be funny. A lot of people are thinking it could either be John Cena, to where it comes full circle, but
Yeah, but mine also comes full circle.
I know it does, but I have a different one. I have a different, and then some people want to see hit. Okay, so if it comes, who should he put over if it's not, if it's a newbie, if it's a noob, who should he put over? As in a younger guy.
I have an idea, but it wouldn't work because I'd feel whoever wins would have to be a heel.
What?
I was gonna say to the main roster, Matt Riddle.
Okay.
I agree with that.
What better way to show him as the top legit fighter, MMA guy with being the Olympic champion?
I was thinking another big name that can be put over.
So Drew
I think
McIntyre?
no, surprisingly not.
Yes,
I think you're going to be really, really pleased with what I'm about to say. Someone, I think he has a match against Matt Riddle. And if he loses to Matt Riddle, why not call him up, Vince?
Is it
Velveteen Dream.
Velveteen Dream?
I feel like he would be a really big name to put over for Kurt Angle.
I wouldn't.
And Death Valley Driver, Purple Rainmaker, 1, 2, 3. I don't think it's the Purple Rainmaker. Is it? Purple Rainmaker. So there's a Rainmaker and a Purple Rainmaker. Interesting. Cool. But yeah.
Well, it's a Rainmaker connected to Purple Rain from Prince.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Makes sense. But you see, the thing I want to see is, I don't really care about who's fighting in what match and all of that. I just
that's what, it doesn't matter about that. We're booking it. We are booking.
No, but
so now you do care because we are booking it.
Okay, but what I'm booking, I would love to see Kurt Angle get over a new guy. Let the new guy showcase what he can do. Make it a really good match, but still make him lose, kind of thing.
So he says Matt Riddle. I say Velveteen.
I agree with Velveteen. That would be, just from seeing him in that 6-man ladder match in New Orleans, that was really good.
Seeing him all the time, he's good.
Yeah, that too. But I just hope, however many matches they put on the card, they just don't like WrestleMania 4. Okay, I just looked at this on Forbes.com. He had 16 matches. Granted, the card only went 214 minutes. I don't know if that's exact. I don't remember, but 200 and something minutes. I don't want to see 17 matches if 6 or 7 of them are going to be crappy. Either give me 17 good matches, or either give me, I guess, 5 to 10 good matches, or don't, I don't like it when people, like, when Daniel Bryan had that match with AJ Lee at ringside, he kissed AJ Lee, turned around, got the bro kick, and the match was over. To me, that was just pointless to put him on WrestleMania. You could have put that on a Raw.
That soured a lot of people for Sheamus for a long time until he became part of the bar.
Right. So it's. I just hope they don't screw somebody over really bad at WrestleMania. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I want to see booked, is a good card.
Yeah, so let's book the card, because that's what we're doing.
So,
we are booking the card.
Who do you think Roman Reigns will fight then?
So, but anyways, back what you said with Kurt Angle.
No.
Kurt Angle will lose.
He's not booked.
It's rumored.
Kurt Angle loses and puts over talent. All right, so.
Always remember, you go out on your back.
Yes, 100%.
That's a tradition. You go out on your back. You'll lose your final match to put someone over.
You take the pin.
That's what you do in the business.
Yep.
So, all right. Roman Reigns, he's out.
He's
in the Andre Giant. He's gonna win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. John Cena. He's out. He's not in it.
No, he's rumored.
I don't give a crud what the rumors are. We are booking it.
Well,
we are booking it. It's not what's gonna happen.
Then
it's
I'll book.
What we are booking. John Cena, he's out, and the Dead Man, the Undertaker, he's out. Kane, he's out. Shawn Michaels, he's out. Those 5 guys, we don't have them. Now let's book it. We already booked the.
So we can book anybody else. Anybody else in WWE that's not even in the match yet.
Yeah, anybody who's not in the match, we can now book.
Okay, there's no more matches. That's the only match that doesn't have anybody. That and Asuka.
That's what.
And we already booked Asuka and Kurt Angle, I thought.
We didn't. Okay, we didn't book Asuka's match yet. I said it's rumored that Sonya and Mandy are going to be there.
Well,
if I'm booking it.
I can't book it because I don't know enough about it.
Yes, you can, because you get to pick whoever the crud we want. And I pick a singles match, Asuka versus Sonya Deville.
It doesn't matter to me because whoever... Well, it does matter because she's losing in that WrestleMania.
Which is exactly what I would... Asuka's probably going to win, but I would pick Asuka... Really? I would pick Sonya Deville beating Asuka anyway because it's Sonya Deville. I'm 100% Sonya Deville.
Yeah.
We already know. Whatever. Shut up, Liam. So, and the Raw Women's match, obviously, we would book the winner to be the last kicker, Becky Lynch, because she is the bestest on the brand. But for the women's tag team match, that has not been booked. Who do the Boston Hug Connection, stupid bloody name, go up against?
Who is there to go up against?
Samoan Slaughterhouse, Beth Phoenix and Natalya are now a tag team again. Sky Pirates.
And I would assume it's Beth Phoenix and
you know that.
If they bring back Beth Phoenix, I'm assuming that's what's going to be a goal too.
Probably. A lot of people think it's going to be a fatal 4-way between Samoan Slaughterhouse, Boston Hug, Natalya, and Beth, and either Sky Pirates or Iconics.
That's one of the rumored matches. It's not confirmed yet.
I know.
Okay.
But we are now booking. Screw what Forbes says. We are booking it. What is the biggest marquee match that Boston Hug go up against?
Everybody. Bayley and Sasha Banks versus Beth Phoenix, and Natalya versus Nia Jax, and Tamina versus somebody. That's who I'm gonna probably pick. It's gonna be like a 4-way, and that's probably I agree with Forbes. That's probably the best big 4 to put out there for WrestleMania. I don't know who Tamina will be with, but
I would say call up Sky Pirates. Let just them be against Boston Hug because that would be a great match, and you can
possibly, but
the Boston Hug Connection heel.
They won't. I don't.
As their whole happy baby face, just it doesn't fit. It does not fit Sasha Banks at all. It just comes off as fake, and I want to see what a heel Becky. Nope. I want to see what a heel Bayley looks like. So that's what I would book.
It's like regular Bayley, but with less tassels.
And no stupid thing.
Viking blade ball and play on 2 men?
Yes. Like she go. I think you've mentioned this many times where she takes a knife and she just starts stabbing them.
All right, let's book this. Who do you want to win? The Andre the Giant.
And I would have Sky Pirates go over.
Who do you want to win both Royal Rumbles?
Sky Yacht Enthusiasts.
Sky Pirates. Michael. I cannot believe he called Aleister Black moody. He's not a teenager going through puberty. He's bloody Aleister Black. Who are you booking?
The 2 Royal Rumbles.
The 2 Battle Royales?
The Royale, yeah, sorry. Who do you...
I would book Roman Reigns to get the win there.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you there.
Because that would be something... Keep him off the main show, and just let people be
Because
like,
you don't think he's ready yet.
cool. No, he's totally ready.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know what this condition.
About,
I didn't know what this condition if he could really.
If he wasn't ready, he wouldn't be taking all those bumps he did on Fastlane.
Oh, okay.
He's ready.
A lot, okay.
Let's not talk about any idea conditions. We don't want people to assume that we're saying that he faked it for some reason.
No,
yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm just
saying what happened to Meltzer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was just trying to talk about what happened. No, Meltzer didn't say he faked it. He was talking about what the condition had and said that he had a lesser form of leukemia that you can take a pill with. And he talked about how they had no, it's actually what happened. He was taking an oral chemo for it. It was completely factual.
Oh, he was taking a pill instead of going to the hospital for chemo.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could take an oral chemo for this type.
I know what you're talking about. Okay.
And he talked about other people, how they had like a hockey player who also had the same condition.
Okay.
And all, but people, they like to spin things with Meltzer to make him look bad.
I see. Yeah. Okay.
So even though he's always stood up the fact that Roman Reigns was definitely not faking it from the very beginning, people are trying to say that he's now trying to say that. So.
Yeah. No. I do believe because you would not see Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins react the way they did when Roman announced that he needed to vacate the title. That just wouldn't happen. But this is why I would put him in the pre-show Battle Royale versus on the main card, is because I believe that having him go to the losers locker room match and have be like the dominant force there would get more people on his side, even more so that way people aren't like, oh my gosh, now they're just shoving him down our throats again. But if he's in a match where most of those guys wouldn't lose to him anyway, people will be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, Roman, he's really awesome again. Yay. That's what I want to see. And that, I think, is the best choice. For the women, it would be Carmella. I think she would do a lot with that opportunity, being the first ever Money in the Bank winner, getting the title, and being the first woman to beat Asuka twice. Doesn't matter how she did it, she still did it.
Right.
And getting better and better and better, and calling R-Truth baby. All that deserves a huge push, and starting a second huge push, and starting it at WrestleMania for the Women's Battle Royale, I think is the best bet for her.
Liam? I agree with both of those, so that's my 2 picks.
Okay, Roman Reigns, that makes a lot of sense. I'll go with that. But I think it's finally about time. Big Show always talks about how he should have the advantage in Rumble, so we give him the win. But the women's Royal Rumble.
No.
Big Showette.
Big Show. Oh no. It's like
it's either
Santina.
It's either that or Santina Marella makes a return.
Oh God.
Santina Marella either returns there or returns to face Kurt Angle.
What about the women?
That's what he's saying.
No, okay. It was a serious one for the women. Could be call-up.
Call-up victory?
Huh? Who would you want?
Dakota Kai?
No, I don't think she's calling that.
Sonya? Who the crud?
Are you that desperate to have Sonya as your fantasy girlfriend?
No, what?
I mean, do you like... Sorry. Do you like Sonya Deville?
You want Sonya Deville that much? Anyways,
Just give Sonya all the wins, all the belts.
Yeah, we know that. That's what you want.
What's the crud is her name?
Are you thinking of Bianca Belair?
No, her name starts with an S.
Shayna Baszler?
Thank you. Oh my god.
Damn, you couldn't think of Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, that could be a point. Shayna loses title.
He just enters herself in the Battle Royale and dominates and wins it.
Yeah.
Did they tape?
So either Carmella or Shayna. I think that either one would be good.
Did they tape the after WrestleMania, after Takeover yet?
No.
Okay.
Why would they do that yet?
Well, they usually do it before the pay-per-view.
No.
They do the one right after the day of.
Then
they film that week after.
Okay.
And then I think the Performance Center is in Orlando.
And then she changes her name on the main roster to...
Next year it'll be super easy for them.
To Rowdy Shayna Baszler.
Rowdy Shayna Baszler.
Because now that Ronda Rousey may be leaving after WrestleMania, she's taking a place. As if no one would know the difference.
Well, I mean, they're both heels now. Now they're all heels.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool.
Perfect
I think it'd be really, really cool if they swerve us and Charlotte Flair just they team up on what's her face, Rowdy Ronda, and they just team up on her, and then natural selection gets hit, and then when she's about to go, she just like presents Ronda, armbar, Ronda taps, and the four horsewomen are united. I think that would be cool. That's how I would, as long as Becky Lynch wins the championship, I'm okay. But that's how I would book it.
What?
So that way the four horsewomen thing could actually happen.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
That sounds good.
What's our next thing?
So we're not booking all of it.
Do you want to book all of it?
I mean, we're gonna be here forever, and we got another thing to do at
the other
4
half
o'clock
next week. Sound good?
Sure, I guess.
Okay, we'll figure out something else to book. But yeah, that's most of how we would book WrestleMania 35. Let's jump into our 6th segment of the show, and that is, what do you think? Where we take a question and we present it to our compadres and ask them, what do you think? And DJ, you go first.
Is it just before, because I'm gonna exit? Is it a work with Ronda Rousey being fine, or did she really get fined?
I have no bloody idea.
Yeah, it should be work.
Okay, it's a work. Okay, never
what
mind.
did she get fined?
I'll ask another question. Huh?
What did she get fined for?
They according to her contract, they won't disclose anything. They just said for her actions on Raw. That's it.
Yeah.
Her contract says that they won't display money, anything. So I was just asking.
There would probably be a work
Dana
unless it's
Brooke?
something like a blood.
No, she did something with the reps.
That was all the work.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. No, but not. What do you think? The first 3 pay-per-views of this year have been, except for Fastlane, I guess with Fastlane, watchable. Not too long. The matches have been okay, pretty good. Some of them great. What do you think WrestleMania will be? Good, bad, too long, too short?
We won't have a problem with it being too short.
Right? Too many bad moments, or too many, short moments because it's too much on the card. What? Give me your thoughts. Since we're talking about WrestleMania, I guess.
I'm looking forward to Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano.
And NXT TakeOver?
Yeah. That has nothing to do with your question, though.
No.
I think WrestleMania will be fine. It's not going to hit the highs and lows of 30. No. Or the surprises of 31 with Seth Rollins coming in.
Well, yeah, because that's right.
With the Money in the Bank, but I don't see any. The only surprises that can happen is just stuff that'll make us angry. There's literally nothing that can happen this year that would be, oh wow, that was impressive. That was something new. That was something fantastic. I don't see anything like that happening at all. Yeah, so I think it's just gonna be a good pay-per-view that lasts a bit too long, because we were already talking about doing a 10-hour extravaganza. So we do this, and then we just go straight into the pay-per-view. So that's all I see. Ooh, you should get crawfish that day.
You'd have to pay like $20 for crawfish, at least.
We can,
because that's £5. Yeah. All right, we'll do that. We'll do it all out. We'll do it all outside. That'll work. All right, we'll figure it out later. Yeah.
Your answer, sir?
We'll look up prices and stuff.
My answer for what I think of will be from WrestleMania. WrestleMania could probably be a good show. It should have quite a few highs on there.
Mm-hmm.
Miz conquering Shane McMahon. defeating the New fans finally. That'd be good to see. Oh man, what if Shane McMahon goes over?
Oh, jeez, do not say that.
There's
Do not say that, please.
Yeah, there's probably the chance for Kofi Kingston to win. That'd be good times. Becky Lynch as well. There's a lot of possibilities. I think it will go too long, but it should be a good one.
Do you think, just to end my question, do y'all think it'll be too long where it gets boring? Or too long, like to where we're tired of it, or?
Yeah, it probably can go too long that we get tired from it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always a possibility.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like a 7-hour show. Because if we're like we've been saying, we're gonna do like a 10-hour extravaganza.
2 to 10, right? Or 2 to 11.
Yeah, until it ends.
Well, yeah, around 2 p.m. until it ends. Yeah.
And we're probably gonna be really bloody tired.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to do some amazing show, like amazing match quality,
to keep us
to where we are just glued. They're gonna have to be New Japan for WrestleMania. All right, what do you guys think of the 2 days before WrestleMania for Takeover in Madison Square Garden? Because we're probably going to be going live for both of those. So, what do you guys think of those shows and those 2 shows? And what do you think is going to be the culmination of all that wrestling?
I think some titles will be changing hands for NXT, just because we've seen call-ups already happen. I don't like that we saw call-ups already, because it's going to make the Raw after WrestleMania not as exciting in my opinion, just because we already have an idea of who they might call up. I mean, don't get me wrong, it'll still be an exciting Raw, probably the best Raw of the year, because it always is. They always find some way to make it exciting. I don't know. I know it's going to be a great show. It's going to be a 5-star show. It always is with NXT takeovers. I've never seen never heard y'all or seen a bad NXT talked about. So, Liam, your thoughts?
It should be some good shows. They have good track records, so I don't see them being a problem from it. Exciting stuff, good matches, right length.
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah.
And your question, sir?
My question is, for WrestleMania, I have the thing of, if you were a wrestler, give me your WrestleMania entrance. It's like, what do you have, like props, augmented reality, any things like?
Alright, I got mine.
Yeah.
It would probably be a little bit like Batista's entrance. Is that that's the one where he comes in, he stands in the middle, and he goes like this and does fireworks, right?
But that's
he does the machine. He does a machine gun.
Randy Orton goes like this, and they have the fireworks fall behind him. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Or the machine gun one I like too, but the fireworks is my thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess. No, I like Batista's better with the machine gun, but I would have fireworks somewhere in my intro.
And remember, this is gonna be open air, huh? Yeah, it's in MetLife Stadium.
Oh, you talking about WrestleMania? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the fireworks would be good. I'd have a manager like a Paul Heyman introduce me, just because I like the way he introduces Brock Lesnar. What song? I do like Brock Lesnar's theme song. If I had to pick a wrestler's theme song. Or we could do the beginning of what is it? I'm trying to think. Yeah, do the beginning of can't think of the name of the song.
You want to use as do his while you think of it?
Yeah. I'll come back because I gotta think of the name of the song.
The song is "Invincible" by the band Amaranth.
Yeah.
The pyro is very, very intricate and super duper. Like there's towers of fire, and then there's huge explosion, spark fireworks going sideways.
Yeah, fires that
They
come
go
out in the shape of Sonya Deville.
And Becky Lynch. One's Sonya, one's Becky Lynch. I run out.
These are my gods.
And then they come out right behind me, each holding their respective championship. Yeah, that's mine. And then they're just like, wait, what? And it's like, yeah, there we go. I really want to, if I could totally be a manager, I would want to be the manager for Sonya Deville and basically give her an extra flavor, but also have the whole bit where if you don't win, if you're not able to do this thing after putting all these odds against you, you can kick me in the face because you don't need me, but I will be able to help you get there faster. Have like that storyline going. I think that would be really cool.
All right, I'm gonna change my entrance. It's gonna be Motley Crue's "Girls, Girls, Girls" song, because the beginning is a motorcycle. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the motorcycle. When they do after the motorcycle comes on in the beginning, I come out on the motorcycle, and when I pass the part where the fireworks would go off, the fireworks would start going off, and I keep going down the ring. They wouldn't say "girls, girls, girls," but it would just have like the music part of it. I forgot what you call that. Not vocal. Instrumentals, yeah. Because I like the bass and the drums and the loud part of that. So yeah.
I feel like you just got hired by Vince.
Why do you say that?
Just saying you want to use the song "Girls, Girls, Girls," and that song is a lot. It's basically the story of their life as stripper joint bouncers. Not bouncers, like they bounce around strip joints and stuff. That's what Motley Crue used to do in their heyday.
Uh-huh.
And Vince was probably like, I respect that. Get that guy on the show.
Let's
use that. And then the more progressive Triple H is like, oh, Vince, that's not a good idea.
You heard the story about the time when they were drunk in the strip club, and Vince wanted the Road Warriors to do their doomsday device on him. So they did a gentle doomsday device, and who was the other guys who were there who caught Vince McMahon? It's like it's just a funny story of drunk Vince McMahon.
I want you to do the doomsday device on me right now. We're in the strip joint, dude. Let's just do it now.
Do we have any more?
Do it to some strippers too.
I can totally see him paying for that.
Do we have any?
It's the final segment of the show.
Mailbag.
It's our mailbag. That's where we answer a bunch of questions sent in by fans or fans send other people, and we just steal it because we're waiting for the fans to really join us. But we're not saying join us because that has been taken by people already. So we're saying I hate Mac. Yeah, so one.
I got one.
Okay.
Okay. If a manager segment is going badly, how would you turn it around? How do you think WWE should turn it around if a match is going?
Like, it's not well received. It's just boring. It's just lackluster.
Yeah.
End it.
Just
on the mic to the ref and be like, yeah, just tell the guy going over to just do the finisher and end it. And then,
if it's in the beginning and it's so bad but you can find a way to turn it around quickly, would you want it turned around quickly, or would you just want it ended?
I would want it turned around quickly by ending it. Cause
you wouldn't add somebody else into the match or anything?
No, wait, what? If the match is already going on, you can't really add somebody into the match.
A run in?
Well, it's not going to add them.
No, but a run in and then...
if you go run in, it's like, oh, it's a triple threat match now. Everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh, shoot me in the face.
Okay.
So, and if it's also something to where like a person is there and they're not associated with anybody, like the two people aren't really associated with anybody, and someone makes a run in and all that, it's going to feel underwhelming. So just do the right thing. Do the right thing and have the referee to go to the guy who's about to win, and we'll have them in a rest hold. The referee comes in and is like, all right, just do your finish.
Like the thing that happened
and have a surprise quick finish.
Like the thing that happened with Undertaker and Brock Lesnar a couple years ago. If
that is the story, we still don't know.
Right, we don't know if... Right, But that was a good way.
Just have Vince goes like, okay, the fans are about to turn on it. Everyone is just looking at their phones and stuff. No one's invested. End the match now. End it now. Kill it. He's like, all right, just kill it, guys. Kill it, guys.
Okay.
And then boom. I feel like that's the best way to do it. If you have any other thoughts on that,
I don't, Liam.
Seems about right.
Okay. Any questions, Liam? Isa?
What do you think of this Nova Pro Wrestling group that's apparently been stiffing wrestlers?
What?
That's just wrong.
Yes.
Pay your wrestlers, Nova. Pay
now
them
it looks like it's
owed.
coming back on, because I look at their Twitter. They're apparently going on a hiatus.
Well, I mean, apparently 5-Star Wrestling has something happen like that to them, where they were stiffing a couple of wrestlers, and they're no longer in business. So if wrestlers aren't going to want to work for you because they know they're not going to get paid what they're owed, bye, Nova. We don't need you. No, that's basically it.
Yeah, who do you think you are? ECW? Because Paul Heyman was
doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And look what happened to ECW.
But he can motivate people to work for free.
You might go to WWE one day. Just do it for free for me right now, please. I'm begging you. Okay, Paul. But if I don't get into WWE, you're gonna hear from my lawyers. He gets into WWE, barely used. He's like, dang it, Paul. This is not what I had expected. It's like...
Apparently they were also trying to run a show at WrestleMania weekend, and it was
not happening anymore.
Yeah, no. I was trying to look it up. I think it was Ethan Page. I saw him tweeting out beforehand that they stiff wrestlers, and then him reacting to other times wrestlers were stiffed, saying, I warned them about them,
Yeah. All right, here's a pretty good question.
Wow.
What do you guys think about Lucha Underground's 4th season, I think? Do you think it's still going to happen?
It looks very unlikely. I saw a good tweet about it where someone was saying I wasn't sure about that the rumors about it not happening until I got my shirt or his package I received from him that was like just the blank cardboard box with just like a PayPal receipt taped on top of it, and he's like, "Oh, it's not really looking good," It looks like they're struggling in other ways, and a lot of wrestlers wanting out with it. Not good with contracts and all. That's never a good sign.
I feel bad for Jake Hager now, because that's twice he's gone to a wrestling promotion, become champion, and the time he becomes champion, they fold. 5-Star Wrestling, and now Lucha Underground.
I mean, just think of Wade Barrett, and he was supposed to come in as a new GM. Really drops the ball there.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Dang, I feel bad for those guys. I mean, It just goes to show you, putting in like ridiculous contracts and having a system to where it's like a TV show. In theory, it was like, oh, this is interesting, and first season it worked really well. But now you really see the flaws in that kind of structure. So, yeah, it's upsetting.
Yeah. What do you think of the idea of that's not actually wrestling related at all? Just I mean, I guess it could. The idea of going back and just changing character traits about something, about a character in a story, after the story's already came out. For mostly, it looks like for promotional purposes. I say that because J.K. Rowling's in the news again about it. Because they had, after the Harry Potter movies and books came out and said, oh, Dumbledore's gay and all. And now, even though at the time, I think people asked about him and Gallagher in the Ball and asked about it. And she said, no, they never actually had any type of intimate relationship. Now she's actually gone back and said again, no, they did have a very sexual relationship. So it seems like she comes back. I saw someone point out the fact that it seems like she comes back after the battle on a topic's already won, and then uses it for brownie points to say, look, I've made a gay character, without ever addressing it in the story.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we can easily do the same thing for that with wrestling.
Yes.
Like, where right now Alexa Bliss is
Hulk Hogan
super
was actually
horny.
a black guy the whole time.
Where Alexa Bliss is like super horny for all these attractive men, where she was never like that before, and she only did something like that with Braun Strowman because it was a funny, really big guy, really tiny chick dynamic, where it worked in the comedy style. But now she's doing that with all the guys, and it's just stupid. It's retconning to the worst degree.
It could actually really work with EC3. They could actually make a really good power couple dynamic on there.
Any more questions?
For her and Buddy Murphy. But yeah,
I'm
not a huge fan of J.K. Rowling anyway. And I'm not a fan of the Harry Potter series. I never grew up with it, and I never tried to watch it after. So a lot of the stuff between that is lost on me, except for the few bits and pieces of trivia I do know about it from what y'all talked about or what I've seen at cons or on other shows.
you better like it though. I mean, didn't you know Harry Potter was transsexual?
When did that happen?
Oh, later this year, I'm sure. She's gonna come out with that. It's like
He's always been deep down. The crutch. Shut up, JK. It's dumb, and it's trying to get her to be this influential person for all this change when in fact she's not. She's trying to ride the coattails, and it's painfully obvious.
Yeah, I didn't really have any other questions. Did you? Or?
Yeah, there's only one last question, and that is, do you think, because we're really close now, do you think the storylines for the next 3 weeks will be able to get us invested into the WrestleMania card? Like, do you think they're going to be able to really get it going?
Yes, I do.
Half and half, I would say.
It depends, because I think there is enough storylines now to where it'll make you want to watch it. I just hope they don't screw it up by adding the other storylines and matches that they haven't added yet. And it's too short, and and they rush it to where just, I don't know, it's crazy. It's going to be, I don't know how to go with it. Like Liam said, it could be half and half. But I have, this year, we're trying to be more positive. I'm trying to be more positive because I'm a negative person a lot of the time. WWE has not shown me yet that they can't do a pay-per-view correctly. Whether I want it or not, It's going to happen. The pay-per-views are going to happen. And they've been very good this year, and I have no doubts. It'll just be too long, because I think WrestleManias are too long as it is. I think 5 hours is way too long for a pay-per-view. 4 hours is way too long for a pay-per-view for me. 3 to 3.5, if you go over a little bit, fine. I'll give you the little half hour over, because pay-per-views aren't a set time. So, but we'll see what happens. Anything?
We will.
You got anything? Oh, sorry.
I'm with Liam.
Half and half. I don't think they have enough time to do for everyone, but I think they can at least get some investment in ones.
The ones that they do have time for, they should just focus on them. And unfortunately, that does mean a lot of people are going to get the back burner.
Yeah.
But Money in the Bank is right around the corner anyway, probably a month after. So just focus them on Money in the Bank and give the people who had the WrestleMania moments, give them a break.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's our show.
Yeah, that's our show.
Awesome.
Thank
Great
you guys
show today.
so much for watching. It had a lot of stuff go down this week in WWE. A few things outside. And yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what we do, please give us those sexy, sexy likes.
And the unsexy ones.
And then go on all of your socials and share to all of your friends.
And enemies.
If you really, really like what we do, please subscribe to the channel so that way you're a part of the Smarky family. And then ring that notification bell because...
So you know when we go live for all WWE, non-WWE pay-per-views, any new videos, segments, shows, anything new that we do, please don't be scared to hit that notification bell.
Exactly. And,
Our handles.
yeah.
I was getting notified about the podcast.
Yes.
Oh, the podcast at 1
Shooting with the Smarky family.
Usually, probably around 1:30, 2 o'clock Central Time.
Yeah.
Every
and
Sunday.
Every
next,
Sunday.
Next,
Most important thing, I forgot.
Next week we'll be having that again. And we're going to start promoting it now so that way you are ready now until WrestleMania, which is something I guess WWE does not do anymore. Taking jabs with them is so easy.
Yep.
We are going to have a 10-hour spectacular. What does that mean?
8 hours.
It means
2 to 11, 9 hours. Well, whatever.
we're calling it a 10-hour spectacular.
Okay, yeah.
What does that mean? It means we are going to start our show, our podcast at 2 o'clock
Central Time
on WrestleMania Central Time Sunday, on WrestleMania Sunday, and we will not be getting off that entire time. Yeah, we'll be going in and out, getting food, all that goodness.
Yeah.
But one person will be sitting here all that time. It's going to be rough. We're going to be super tired after it. We won't be doing a Was It Worth It that Sunday. We'll be doing it next Sunday.
Yes.
But it's going to be a lot of fun. And you guys want to be notified. You want to be notified when that happens. Please leave us comments down below to let us know what you thought about all the news we covered and everything we talked about.
And with that show next weekend, I will have, hopefully by Tuesday, I will post a show up so y'all can get ready for it. Our subscribers who are not watching today can know about it too. So, yeah. Yeah,
and also, like I said, leave comments below. Let us know about all the news that we've covered and all the stuff we talked about. Follow me on Twitter at IsaJ_STP.
Follow me on Twitter at Liam_SWA.
And follow me at DJC_SEL. And I will be live on my Sports Enthusiast League page about 4:30 with Isa. If Liam wants to join, he can join us for NCAA March Madness Selection Sunday, which starts at 5 p.m. Central Time. So please join us. Join me for that on my other page.
And because I was the only one to watch Fastlane, I'll just do a very quick, was it worth it right now? Yes, it was worth it overall. There's a few matches that weren't good.
Favorite match of night?
It was the Fatal 4-Way that I talked about before.
We talked about it earlier.
Yeah, you talked about that. Okay.
So that's basically a review. Go watch it. Skip the women's matches. I'm sorry. It was very underwhelming. And, yeah. Watch the good stuff. Skip the bad. overall, it was a good show. A lot of fun. And until next time, everybody, it will be awesome. All right, say goodbye.
Bye, 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 bye.
Bye, everybody.
I hate Apple products because it sucks.
I guess I'm